know where your ranking pros are. We don't. It's Patch and Switch. And now, two guys who will always make it to the Final Four. But what we don't know is Patch and Switch.
Hey, where's the other guy?
That's a good question. Have you heard from him?
I have no idea where this guy's at. Somebody's still got a mic muted.
Oh, that was me.
Mike muted.
Mike muted.
Who's Mike muted?
Mike
I
muted.
was muted.
It's the new forward for the Seattle Kraken. Mike muted.
Mike muted. I thought he was the A2 for the show. We've gotten to the point where we need an A2 to run the audio, apparently.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hey, good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good evening. We've got people. People have shown up. Our good friend, Mr. J Flow, is in the house.
Yeah, but he's leaving for a meeting, he said.
He's oh, well, okay then. Is Cooper going to sub in? That's the question.
That exactly. Let Cooper stay.
Yes. Ledwig says aloha. Are you in Hawaii? I am curious. Mauve is here. Who says, "Don't come knocking because this house is a rockin'." As the earthquake hit about 20 miles west of his house in New Jersey.
Yeah, 4.0 earthquake in northern New Jersey
So I've
today.
seen 4. I've seen 4, 5, 4, 8, and 5 something. Do we know what the Richter says?
USGS said 4.0.
Okay, there you go.
So I'm double checking, but they update it with magnitudes. It's now 4.8. It's now 4.8. It's now 4.8.
4.8. Okay, there you go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We've got Aspen Forrester, who says hello. We also have our good friend Crush Networks in the house. Both Dave and Nicole. Hello, it's good to see you in chat. The legend that is the dulcet tones of one Richard Campbell in the house. Known for such work in things like the .NET Rocks podcast, as well as Run As Radio, which you can find on all of your favorite podcast networks. Not that I'm promoting him at all.
No.
But
he's on this other little chintzy show every once in a while in a different.
I don't talk about that show.
Okay.
They've never had me on. So,
okay.
Oh, the gloves have been thrown.
No, actually, no. It's been a hot minute since. So, it's been a hot minute since I've seen that show because of the timing of when it's on. I always miss it. I always miss it. Because it's in the middle of the day.
I always catch it on the
replays.
On the replays. Yep.
Yeah, I'm horrible at replays of shows.
I will say this though. Ever since Richard's on there, it has gotten much longer. I've almost had to kick it up to 175 speed. To get all 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Ledwig says he's at home. No trips till June. Okay.
It's okay, Rich. It's good information.
Yeah. Chaos 13 in the house. I had to say hello to somebody else, and I've just now lost it. Oh, TRP 8472 at their post as per usual. Have you seen Visio MVP this morning?
I haven't.
Okay. Usually at post as well. Yeah. So it's another Friday. It is. I don't know what happened. It was 75 freedom units yesterday. What's that? 22, 23, something like that yesterday. It's now 40 outside.
At
least the sun is shining. But it was.
What are you complaining about? It was like 15 3 days ago, and then we get 25 centimeters of snow yesterday.
Well, you live in Canada. I live in Vegas. I'm allowed to complain because it's April and it's still 40 degrees outside. That's okay. The sun is out. That is all good. That's what matters.
Like the decision I have to make in the morning is, do I put on the flip-flops or the snowshoes?
Why don't
Aren't they
you
the
wear
same?
flip-flops with snowshoes?
Aren't they the same though?
That's
Really?
like socks and sandals, right? They go together.
Yeah, except it's a little cold when you're wearing flip flops in snow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rich Cowboy was in Vegas last weekend. It was freaking cold. Yes, it was. Though I wasn't here. I was actually in the Pac Northwest for a hot second. Can we talk about the rain?
Oh, dude.
Anyway.
I bless the rain down in Africa.
Okay. I just want to point out something. Rick's in chat.
Uh-huh.
I sent out notifications.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, yeah. And somebody didn't respond saying they weren't going to be on the show.
No, they didn't, did they?
Somebody also did not respond to my message where I said, hey, when are you leaving? So that we can figure out the show situation. Another random IT guy says, I may be in Vegas this Sunday, ? Hello? Hello? How come nobody told me from the guy who's in the show? Good question.
Yeah, or should be in the show. Should be.
Good frickin' question.
Yes. Greetings.
Earthquakes, cold
It's
temperatures.
been a bad week for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the one in Japan. That was a little
Taiwan.
crazy.
No, that was Taiwan. 7-4.
Taiwan. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Why did I say Japan? News.
They've had a lot of aftershocks, though. Like, I was looking at the USGS map, and like all of the aftershocks in Taiwan are still bigger than the one in New Jersey.
That's shocking.
Like, dang. That's typical when you have a big one like that.
I haven't felt a thing.
Crush Network says earthquakes is a native California unless it's about a 6 or wakes me up. Most don't seem to panic or care. I was actually at Disneyland when there was a minor earthquake, a tremor, as they call it, which was a 4 something.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because we were outside the gates.
Going down in our
Who is the hell is this?
a few bumps. I urge you to pay very close attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
This isn't gonna
Mr.
work.
Claus.
This isn't. No, this
Yeah,
is not going
this
to
is-
work.
This is not going to work.
No, look, he's already frozen and he can't even speak, and it's
Yeah.
so he's going to annoy every passenger around.
What?
Him.
Yeah, we'll have
What
to
are you
shut this
talking
off.
about? Seriously?
I can't even
What?
hear him. Like this is
Exactly. Besides
it's literally the video. Yeah, you're going to get us knocked off of social media by recording somebody else on a plane.
He's and his frame rate is about that of PowerPoint.
They do say not to make voice video calls on planes.
Yes.
Yeah, and
You
you
can't
can't.
hear-
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't believe he takes his wife on vacation, but won't bump her up to at least business class.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we could. I mean, I have all sorts of ways to criticize him. Around
He's-
this trip.
Up here, he's just waiting for the new door to open next to him.
Oh,
He
he's
literally
being
is
told-
not-
no.
No, he's like, oh, there's a flight attendant's right behind him. He's in trouble.
He's in
I
trouble.
know, that's what I was about to say.
He is so completely in trouble. I love that the signal is so bad we get video but not audio.
Yeah. Oh, we lost him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, Dave. It might be a little too soon to talk about the extra door opening on the aircraft.
The extra door? Is it really an extra door, or is it just?
Technically, it's an extra door that's plugged.
It's really part of the freaking wall.
They just left out a screw. That's all.
Bolts. 4 bolts. That's it.
Yeah. So I was talking about the earthquake. So I was in California. I was in Anaheim. I was at the Disneylands, and it was very interesting. We were standing outside the park. I think we were changing parks, or maybe we went to go grab a sandwich at Earl of Sandwich. Because if you haven't had an Earl of Sandwich turkey club, like you haven't lived. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
There's an Earl of Sandwich just down the road. I've never been, but it's because I can drive 5 hours to go to Disneyland and go to the one there. So that's what I do.
Makes sense.
At
Makes
any
sense.
rate, it was really interesting because everybody's like, "Oh, all the social media is like, oh, we didn't notice, but 2, the fun part is opening the park map, and seeing every single ride basically shut down for a short period of time as they do inspections on everything.
Yep.
But nobody really seemed to notice. It was just like this moment in time where they do a quick inspection, move to the next. Yeah, it was very, very interesting.
Oh yeah, they what was it? A few years back, there was a earthquake up in Alaska that was like an 8.1 or an 8.2, and they had planes landing, and they were having them go around immediately.
Yeah.
And then they had to send out the crews to check the runways for any buckling. Yeah,
for sure.
Like, holy cow.
Ledwig says the Earl of Sandwich holiday sandwich is a must do every visit. Agreed. My daughter would agree with you. I think I prefer the club sandwich, but yeah, it's very good.
Hey,
it's very good.
It's not a party without the big sandwich.
True. Rick saying Wi-Fi hasn't started. That's why he's having such an issue. No, I think the issue is you scheduled a flight and didn't tell anybody that you weren't showing up.
Exactly. That's the real problem.
Crush Network's geologists aren't perfect. They have their faults. Did you? Have you guys heard the joke about the germ?
No.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't want to spread it. Yeah, let's go.
What are the Joey dad jokes morning?
Listen, Dave started it. Jared's finished. Good thing he didn't close the browser. The whole show would have crashed.
Oh!
I'm not going near that X.
No.
Sure.
Hey, it's 12 minutes past. We said hello to everyone, right? Is nobody else? We haven't seen anyone else, have we?
AZ Cloud Elf. I don't know if they've said anything yet this morning, but I saw them.
We said hello to AZ Cloud Elf. Oh no, we didn't, because they haven't said anything in chat. No, it's okay. All right, we're good. We're good.
Adam Bomb. Adam Carter. Is he on?
Well, normally it's 0-0, but there's a 000 there, so I'm not sure. It could be an imposter.
I know.
Hey, let's start the show. We always start off. The show has segments. Not sure if you're aware. We actually put work into the show.
We do?
No. Adam Bomb says, I have all the zeros. He's added 1-0 because he's just gone one step bigger. So we have segments of the show. The first segment of the show is From the Trenches, which is the things that we do in our day jobs, the things that we do for work. Feel free to share what fun and games you've got in chat. Absolutely good to see. Says, glad you're just about to start as I was late.
Yes. I can see.
Oh, Adam Bob 000 10x. That's right. The extra 0 10x. I forget the powers. I don't do math. I don't do math. Anybody done anything fun at work this week?
I wouldn't know. I don't know if I really want to call it fun.
Oops.
But it's been an interesting week.
You were on call, weren't you?
Last week I was on call.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Since the last show, Mr. Roman, you've done some fun things. I believe are now.
Yeah, that was last week. This week I mostly slept.
Yeah, well, I would imagine so. Windows Server Summit happened.
It did.
Woo-hoo!
It did.
And
it
it's still happening.
It's still happening. We're in post-event promotion of individual sessions right now.
Okay.
Sitting at about 35,000 views.
What was your favorite session?
I'm a little torn. I really liked Alden's session on what's new with Server 2025, which was one of the bigger one.
Was that different than the session they did at Ignite?
A little.
Okay. All right.
A little. But a lot of the stuff is at Ignite, the what the new stuff was going to be was already kind of locked in, but now he was able to kind of show it.
Okay.
Because it's like 4 months later and it's almost fully baked. I did like the session on GPU partitioning. So that if you're doing VDI or any kind of stuff, or even AI workloads, and you need a GPU with Hyper-V on or HCI, you can now slice a GPU and all of the cores on that GPU and assign portions of it to each of the virtual workloads that you're running. So GPU partitioning, as opposed to prior having to dedicate a GPU to a workload. So now it's
Do we need a special plasma torch to start slicing?
no, it's all config based.
Okay,
I was
very
going to
cool.
ask, is it if we needed CERN to do atom
CERN.
splitting?
No, we don't need to split the atom on that one.
That's actually really cool. That's
Yeah.
actually cool stuff. That's actually really cool. And available with your physical hardware?
There is some requirements in terms of what GPUs and what kind of drivers are. Like your RTX 3090 is probably not going to be supported because it's not like an enterprise grade
Correct. Yeah.
GPU.
It's
Yeah.
consumer. Yeah.
But they have a list of GPUs that are available, and they're kind of commodity GPU. We're not talking about the racks of GPUs that we stick into Azure,
Right.
Right.
which are basically custom built for us, but like they're commodity hardware.
I don't. Yeah, but it's been fascinating hearing about what is going into the large data centers and what's capable, of course, with the cloud, but also what's going to start happening for private cloud.
Yeah.
On-prem.
And funny enough, the VMware options session for Jeff Woolsey was very popular. I wonder why these days with the Broadcom acquisition.
Yeah. Maybe.
But the good thing with this event is that other departments within Microsoft have taken notice, and now, which is the call I was in just before this lovely show, is other groups within Microsoft are like, hey, you did this on a
Tell us
shoestring
more.
budget. How can we get the same thing
tell
going?
us a little bit more. If I want to watch one of these sessions or all of the sessions, where do I go to watch them?
aka.ms/Windows Server Summit 2024.
Windows Server Summit. aka.ms/Windows Server Summit 2024. All one word. Yes.
All one word.
All right. There you go. And Jared has posted that in chat.
I have posted that in chat. I was, in fact, actually, we
I'm
even have this. Uh-huh.
There you go.
Whoa.
I'm really curious. Rick just posted in chat exclamation word for a word for the show and posted it with Air Marshal.
Yep. I think my word is better, though.
I think somebody's going to miss his flight.
I think I like my word better.
I want Kelly to take a picture of him like duct taped to his seat.
I just want the video of the flight attendant ripping the phone from him. That's what I want to see.
That would be good.
And he said something about a playlist in our YouTube.
Yes, we on the IT Ops Talk YouTube channel, there is a playlist with all of the sessions.
Very cool. The Guar has joined up saying, I need sessions on Microsoft Sentinel. We're going full in. The Guar, reach out to Rod Trent on Twitter. He will give you a list of all of the best curated Sentinel sessions. Also, if you're going to be learning the KQLs, it's a great place. The Must Learn KQL series is a great place to start. Or just tag me and tag Rod, and we'll. And if you're not on the Twitters, you can reach out to me via whatever carrier pigeon and so on and so forth, and I'll get you a list of recommendations. My first name and my last name at Microsoft is another way to get in touch with me. David Crush, I've seen an air marshal drag a guy off a flight. It's rather traumatic to witness. Don't get busted, Rick. Rick also posted a word, secondary inspection. That's normal. Is it really even secondary when it happens to you every time?
I thought he's just flagged in the computers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I have been doing some cool things. There is a conference coming up next month in Seattle, Washington, known as Microsoft Build. They're typically not the operations audience focused. However, we've been spending quite a bit of time as there's a security track, and have been
Security's everywhere.
Yep, security's everywhere. One of the coolest things that we did this week is we had a called out in a review meeting that we really needed to talk a little bit more about data security. So the amazing folks on my team, one Sarah Young, along with one Ray Bango, have put together a really, really cool outline of a session. We're just going through the final details before that gets posted up. That looks like it's going to make the show. So super excited about that. We're going to be also doing a bunch of other stuff around AI security. So stay tuned. Sessions will be released in the coming weeks. I don't know the exact date, but in the next coming weeks. So if you are on the developer side of the house, or doing developer ops, or just wanting to understand security from an AI developer perspective, Microsoft Build is the way to go. So it's been cool kind of geeking out and looking at some of the capabilities that are pre-built into things, or are coming. And yeah, it's definitely, I'm definitely quieter here. Is audio volume seems low. Hold on. Is my volume low, or is it the volume of the whole show?
Yeah, you're a little.
Here, is that better?
Yes.
Is that ideal? Are we in an ideal situation now? I'm sorry. Somebody should have said something. I'm loud in my own head.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that better? Or have we equated? Ideal. Okay, great.
Ideal.
Hello to the fairest of Brits.
I thought you were pulling like a dad move there, because when I want to give my daughters some crap, I lower my voice. It scares them more than me screaming.
I just changed my tone. All right, cool. So really cool some security stuff coming. Also, April 1st was that Monday? April Fool's Day was Monday, right?
Yes.
That was.
Yeah, it was Monday. No fooling here. Security Copilot, or Copilot for Security, was released to the broader publics. So I've been watching the social medias and seeing folks do some cool stuff there. So we'll have a lot more to say on that stuff as we move forward. But yeah, I have been enjoying getting back into weeds of security, and particularly data security, right? Because we've talked about this on the show before, right? You have all the data, it just proliferates itself. You just move it from one server to the next. You haven't done, you need to be doing classification. You need to be doing labeling. You need to start these things. If you're going to be bringing AI into your world, you need to do these things. That's really where you need to start going there.
Yeah, I had a really good conversation with Jeremy Chapman about AI, because they were talking about IT being a blocker for adoption of Copilot. And as to your point, he's like, Copilot is not going to break your security, but it's going to highlight where it's lacking.
Where it is broken, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Chaos says, I figured the sound was mostly me, since Still was kind enough to put my speaker on the bottom of my laptop, meaning that every sound is muted no matter what I do. No, it was. Look, is it a patch and switch show without audio problems? Question mark.
No.
I mean, you'd think that the two people who run a podcast about this kind of thing. Anyway.
Well, we sound great.
Yeah.
You'd think that the audiophile in the room would know when the gain is
so
low.
I can only go with what was said to me before the show started, when a particular
And he
person
sounded good.
said
He sounded
everything
good
is
before the
fine.
show. He sounded good before the show. I don't know.
Lovely. Hey, next segment of the show. Unless did you have anything exciting, Jared? I haven't seen anything in chat. Anybody in chat have any fun games that they played at work?
No,
Did anybody do
nothing-
any really good IT April Fool's Day? Or has
Yes.
that died?
I have to give it to my director, who talked about a new product that we were going to create inside our org called SASE, which was going to automatically detect hackers and then be a chatbot to try and help the hackers. It was rather funny conversation.
I mean, kudos. Absolutely says every day is April Fool's, I think. Rick says pushing back books catch on the Wi-Fi's for replay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna post it, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in 6 months he will.
Right.
Yeah, Monday was a holiday for us too in Canada, so I basically slept through the day.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's one way to do it.
I had to work.
Monday was holiday. See, yes, there's a lot of people. See, I forget that most of the world did have a holiday because it was the post-Easter holiday.
Yeah.
The Guar says we play backdoor breaches. I do this to make security a little more interesting for my team. Okay, that's cool. Adam Baum says he was busy shipping this week. Love shipping. We love shipping. You know what I miss? I miss the ship-its. We don't do those anymore.
The Ship It Awards?
Yeah, I've got mine. It's over there. I think it's behind the record. That's right there.
Yeah. My last one was SQL Server 2008.
Mine was Windows Server, I think, or maybe it was a SQL Server. No, it was Windows Server because my first one was SQL Server. Yeah, that's been a hot minute. That's an inside the inside the room kind of a thing. So we used to, when a Microsoft product would ship, the people who would work on it would be recognized. You originally get a plaque, and then on the plaque, every other product that you ship, you get another little, I don't know, entry.
Yep.
Yeah, like a little metal badge. Yep. Adam Baum says, mine was Server 2012 R2. I'm guessing, Adam, that might have been mine as well.
I think it was one of the last ones. They stopped.
No, I got one for Azure AD.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Because that was like one of the last ones they did. I'm pretty sure I have that badge. I'd never put it on. It's in an envelope that's probably in the box of my files from my office, which is still in the garage.
I have one of the gold CDs for release to manufacturing images for, I think, Server 2012 in another box somewhere. But I didn't get like the Ship It Award.
Yeah.
I totally got distracted. What were we talking about? Oh,
beer money.
Beer money. Beer money, which is the support that we do for our friends, our families, families, friends, sisters, uncles, cousins. I had an interesting request come in through the internal Snow household trouble ticketing system, which was Ruby. Ruby is my Roomba downstairs.
Okay.
Obviously named after Ruby from the Jetsons, right? I mean, as you would. So the system said, I was told through the trouble ticketing system, there's a bunch of cleaning, like making sure connections are not corroded that need to be done on the robot. And I'm like, okay, it's an inside robot. What's going to be and it's new. It's like a year old. So, not Rosie, Adam. Rosie's, sorry, you're right. Rosie is we couldn't name the robot Rosie because Rosie's the name of my dog. So yeah, you're right. Where did I get Ruby? It was something because there is a Ruby robot somewhere. Okay. Anyway,
is it Ruby on Rails?
Listen, I can tell you the lyrics from a song that was released in 1979, but I cannot tell you how many packets of Splenda I put in my coffee this morning.
But Joey, I mean, if the Roomba rides on Rails, isn't it Ruby on Rails then?
No, stop. No, stop. Okay, so Dave, you're right. I am in Vegas, and there is dust everywhere because it is windy and it has been very dusty. But turns out that if you continue to read the message, it says, or check the connection. So I went in and I checked to see if Ruby was connected to the Wi-Fi. and she was struggling connecting to the Wi-Fi. And I went, that's interesting, because I had a really interesting problem earlier over the weekend. I finally got the TV installed in the loft, and I connected one of my wireless switches, the little Unify mini. What are they? The mini 5-port switches.
Yep.
And it was struggling adopting. And it just kind of went in this loop where it would adopt and then it would fall off and it would adopt, but it was still on the network. So those two things together, I went, I bet something needs to be reset here. So I did a full reset of everything. Of course, the switch immediately adopts with no other problems. And Ruby just pops right back online. She's just perfectly happy. So yeah, again, it was, the uptime, I think it had been a good couple of months since the last time anything was reset, and there was a software update that was done that was waiting for a reset. So yeah, we had to do an emergency change control for a reset of the entire network, though that did occur Sunday morning
without a published outage window, though.
Well, it was Sunday morning at 8 a.m. and I was the only one awake, so we were good. Yeah, so I did my own beer money support. Like, I mean,
Nice.
Look, that's you just start. Well, have you restarted it? That fixes everything, right?
Yeah, it does. It fixes a lot of things. I
Hit the big red button.
I've actually been having some fun. I got my UDR from the Jayhawk here at the house all updated and stuff to take over and set up for my.
So
Ultimate
have we secured the desk yet?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
No, we haven't fully secured the desk yet. No,
It's just in the Jayhawk.
it's not even in the Jayhawk because I'm still.
Oh well, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
That's
All right.
happening tomorrow.
I love this. We have now got a bunch of in chat people are like talking about their robotic vacuums names. Adam Bombs' his name's Steve. It's white and reminds me of the old iPod click wheel. I still use an iPod with a click wheel. It's around here somewhere. Ferris de Brit, mine is called Baldric. Black Ladder fans will get this.
Yep.
The Guar says, I think if I was ever to purchase a Roomba or whatever, I would be sure to arm it. Absolutely. Mine's called Arch Nemesis.
That's the best one, I think.
I love it. I love this. I love this.
Yeah.
Crush Network shared, did you post to your blog the updates on the RV?
I haven't posted the updates yet because I haven't done them yet. I've only removed the dinette. By the way, took it back to the truck scales, down 250 pounds.
Just by removing the dinette?
Yep.
The dinette was 250 pounds.
Because of the steel frame beneath it that was used for the seat belts.
That was used to support it. And
No, there was
prevent it from flinging forward when you hit the brakes.
No, it was what the seat belts were attached to in the dinette, so people
Fair
could
enough.
ride in the dinette.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Another NMIT guy is about mine's D7R0.
Okay.
Or is it RO? No, that's a 0, right?
Yeah.
Adam Bum says, if I call out intruder alert to my home network, it turns off all the lights, turns them back on in red, starts playing Welcome to the Jungle, and activates the Roomba. I thought that was date night, buddy. I mean, that's not date night.
We had one for about an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and I returned it.
Yeah, weren't happy?
Literally scared the shit out of the dog in the middle of the living room.
Hey, this is a family show.
Okay, sorry. And then I figured if it happens again, the Roomba's just going to spread it around the living room. So I just packed it back in.
Chaos 13 R2J3 Star Wars style, very cool. Crush Network said they own a wise robot vacuum named him Optimus Grime.
There you go. There you go. There you go. We got a winner.
I love that one.
I have some blog lately of the poop experience. Not fun. No, I'm not going there. I can't even. Yeah.
No,
Uh,
no, I've been getting the Jayhawk ready for occupation.
are you
for the
getting a
summer.
Roomba for the Jayhawk?
No.
I mean, its work would be finished in like a minute and a half.
It's like 20 square feet.
I understand that. No,
201 square feet.
I don't have the weight or the space for even a little Roomba.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Apps and Blog, the new ones have video detection. I've not tested that detection yet. True.
That was one thing I was actually am getting, or I'm setting up in, and it's kind of a little bit of random spend / beer money. I have a Dyson vacuum for the RV.
Did you get the stick vac?
It's one of the stick vacs,
Those are awesome.
and there's actually a replacement for the battery on it that I can then use my Milwaukee 18-volt batteries.
There you go.
I got the same thing for mine, but for the Ryobi batteries.
Yep. There you
And
go.
I have Milwaukee equipment that I keep inside the RV for fixing it, and so bam.
See, I'm cheap. I go Ryobi.
There you go. Go Gadget 360. Thanks for the sub. Subscribe for 4 months. So thanks for the 4 months. That is a full third of a year. And thanks as that supports the kids. Is all subs and any donations and such go to St. Jude Children's Hospital as we do our donations. Rick comes back in and says, "Hey, look, Wi-Fi works."
Should we block him?
Nah, he's good.
Put him on a timeout?
He's good.
I was going to say we could put him on a 30-minute timeout.
Dave says there's tons of hacks using Ryobi batteries to power stuff. Saw one video last week, went down a rabbit hole. We've seen the Ryobi powered Nerf guns, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You want to take one of those Nerf guns and the turret ones, Ryobi powered, and then mount it on top of the Roomba.
Oh boy. Goodness gracious.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Now the T-shirt is really starting to fit.
I have been looking. Yes, it's not our fault we were left unsupervised. Should we go to beer? Should we go to beer money? Which is which is the things that we buy. Like, look, we're geeks.
Or random spend. What do you?
Oh, sorry.
Random spend.
We did beer money. Now we need to do random spending. Sorry, my bad. I talked about my random. Did you guys do any beer money support?
Just working on the RV stuff right now,
working on the
getting it
RV.
all set up. Yep.
Do you have a full sized rack in there for all the networking gear? Your NAS
I'm like-
and everything.
No.
Full size server rack, 35U.
Nope.
No.
30.
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm
a little disappointed at your IT infrastructure there, buddy.
I don't have the power infrastructure to power that.
Oh, come on now. Just get another generator.
I have a 30 amp internal circuit, not a 50 amp.
I mean, there's like, you can get an adapter for that plug, right?
Yes,
I see that as an opportunity, not a problem.
I want to thank GoGo Gadget 360. Yes, rack shaming me.
Yes, we will be rack shaming.
Ugh.
We were talking about random spending.
Yes.
So I've been looking. So Ubiquiti now has a 10 gig switch, a little 5-porter, for the low price of $200. Now the question is, go ahead.
I've been looking at that one. The problem is I don't have any 10 gig cards in any of my machines.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And though the 10 gig cards like
Wait a
PCIe
minute.
are like in a couple $100. So it's not just the switch, it's the switch plus if you're going to put 5 machines on, it's 5 times another $200 for the PCIe cards.
Oh.
And that's when the wheels fell off on my brilliant plan.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think of that part. I was just like, oh, if we get it and we just plug it in.
Yeah.
But it's gonna step down because I only have what is this? I've got to look at this adapter here now.
Well, your desktop probably has a 2.5 on the back if it's an Intel driven card.
Yeah. Well, now you've made me sad.
Hey, just replace all your switches with Mellanox. Just let's get serious.
Token ring.
No, get Mellanox. Get the 80 gig fiber connections. You're fine.
You've just ruined my weekend, though. It's just like,
I'm sorry.
Here I was debating, like, should I put it down in the switch room and just let it run via Ethernet up here, or should I have it up here because it can come right off of the switch because I've got a
Yeah, because I was looking at that to replace the gigabit switch in my office between all my machines.
Yeah.
With that exact 10 gig 5-port. But then it's if I put that in there, that means I have to put a card in there and there and there and then there. And that's when it fell off.
Rich Campbell says, I put the 10 gig 5-port into my network because the Synology has a 10 gig port on it. That means it can feed multiple machines at 1 gig easily. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So if you got a NAS that has a 10 gig, then yes, it makes everything faster.
Yep.
Jared, another random IT guy suggests getting a whole house generator mounted to the back of the RV.
I have an Onan 4 kilowatt already built.
What are we talking about? Listen. No, 14 kilowatts.
1.21 gigawatts?
Yes.
Is that what I should be?
And if you do it, I don't think the Jayhawk can get up to 88, can it?
Behind the Crosstrek, can you pull a diesel generator?
Oh
no, I don't want to have two different gasolines that I have to carry or two different fuels because right now everything's unleaded, including the Jayhawk and the.
Just switch everything over, dude. What's the problem? I'm solving here. I am providing solutions.
I would much rather, because I can't get my fat up to the top of the roof, I want to cover it with solar.
Yeah, but if you do that, you're not going to be able to tow anything.
Yes, I can.
On solar power?
No, I'm talking as the power system, not for the. I've got to.
Oh no, dude! If you're complaining about weight, there's no way in heck you're going to put those batteries in that thing.
I have like 4 lead acids that are heavier than hell.
Those big marine ones?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Big deep cycles. But no, I did have fun with the Triton V10 that's in there. I had the standard Triton V10 issue.
Which is
it every once in a while I can blow out a spark plug.
Oh
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See, everybody in chat is like, go solar.
Yep. I want to go solar, and in fact that's my plan for next summer is to actually redo the electrical system and go solar. In it.
What happens? What happens in the event of an eclipse?
Generator. Because I don't want to rely strictly on solar. Because I do live in northern climates. Wintertime does not offer a lot of power opportunity.
Not a lot of sunshine. Not a lot of sunshine up there.
And
Crush Networks is offering.
I saw that. I'm going to take you up to that on that.
You're getting all the offers to help.
Oh gosh.
Let's see. Rick says 13 kilowatt solar array is getting installed by the next show. 32 panels and a V3 power wall. I guess
awesome.
that's better than a V2 power wall.
I guess
it's one generation older.
Another random IT guy is talking about the lead acids for a Jackery or an Anchor Solar. I could do something along those lines, but I want to build in a complete system. And there's some really cool technology coming out that's it's not lithium ion, but it's something else that is not as bad as lithium ion or the lead acid.
Yeah.
And I can easily replace.
The bad thing about so I love living here and we have a lot of sun and solar. Yeah, you would think would be very popular here. The problem is not cost effective here.
Right.
because everybody has it. So, and plus, I'm not planning on staying in this place for more than 10 years, so it's not really worth to do. Because
Nope. The
Is that before they put you into a home? They gave you 10 years.
I mean, look, dude, I'm realistic.
Yeah. So so with the Jayhawk, I can actually get like a Victron controller system and actually have it where it has the mains connection, the batteries with the solar, and the generator.
Listen,
and I can also
chat has you covered.
I know.
The Guar says go with the microreactor, 20 megawatts, and it's under 100 million.
You know, I would think about that.
It's under 100 million now.
I have to admit, my last bonus wasn't that much.
Hey, Dave, I am not wrong. The ROI is not that quick. I have done the maths. I have had multiple people here. We have done the maths. It is about a 10-year ROA here, unfortunately.
By the way, that's something somebody brought up about heated floors. That's actually something I'm looking at when I do the flooring replacement inside the Jayhawk, is putting in in-floor heating in the main compartment. When I'm connected to mains, not when I'm on solar or I'm on generator, but when I'm on mains, I could do the in-floor heating to heat it.
Do they do RV versions of in-floor heating?
They have a lightweight system that's used in a lot of bathrooms, and it's an electrical mat, and it's 120 volt.
Because nothing can go wrong
Aren't you
there.
supposed to put tiles or some kind of
It's
mortar
made
pad
for
on
the
that?
it's made for flooring. It's made for the flooring systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. The irony is, guess where I read the most about it? I'm getting. I got my Samsung TV. I actually did the Samsung TV Plus thing. Homes on Homes is on a channel on there. And I was watching a lot of that. Love that guy.
Rich Campbell just submitted a word, which of course you could do by using the exclamation word command in chat. He says, "Go nuclear."
I wouldn't have to worry about heat. He's right. I could just feed that into the main cabin.
Well, can't you just go to Amazon and order the Mr. Fusion?
Mr. Fusion.
I
Put all
want
your
Mr.
garbage in
Fission.
it?
I want Mr. Fission.
Oh, fission.
Like from The Martian.
Oh,
When he had
Show's
like
gotten
the
off
XL
rails.
Kaboom?
yeah.
You're talking about Marvin the Martian or the Martian the movie?
The Martian, the movie, and the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I am one of the few people that still have the version that was read by R.C. Bray on Audible, and that was so much better than Wesley Crusher reading it.
Coca Gadget 360 says, "Order your flux capacitor from O'Reilly Auto Parts."
O'Reilly?
Rich Campbell, what's a radiothermal generator between friends?
I'm sure I could probably get one on the market from Russia. I mean, they're hurting for money.
Easy. Dave says, "Is Audible still a thing?" Wife says, "Yes." Audible is 100% a thing.
Oh, God. Driving in the RV? Hello. Hours on the road.
That's when I catch up with all my podcasts, is when I'm driving.
Yeah. Yeah. I've listened. I actually listened
This
to
one, because it's not posted anywhere.
Let's see. Hang on. I've got to make sure I get the right
Posted
one.
on YouTube. It is posted on YouTube. That's because it's automatically posted.
Yes.
I was listening to. I'm gonna pull up the right one here.
Uh-oh.
Na, 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 na.
Yes, I understand Aspen Forrester is Will Wheaton, but guess what? R.C. Bray did a better job. Especially that opening line. That was perfect. I can't say it because it's family friendly.
Hashtag family friendly. I just listened to the book, the biography from John Taylor of Duran Duran fame, which was very good, very cool. And then, of course, and I think I admitted this, and I probably shouldn't, but it was listening that despite the fact that I've been around that music and 80s new wave music for that long, that I realized that that I learned that the Taylors, none of the Taylors are related in Duran Duran.
Ah.
I should have my new wave music card taken away from me, but that's okay.
That's
I admit
fine.
it. I admit
That's
it. And now, and he read it. The other one that I listened to that was fantastic, and was something that it actually changed my viewpoint on this, is Dave Grohl's biography book memoir, and I'll get the name here. Dave Grohl bio.
Oh my goodness.
It is. What was it called?
That's right.
So while you're looking for that, we still haven't covered random spending. So other than Mr. Fishin, Jared, have you bought anything else?
Getting ready for the RV trip other than some IKEA things to set up. So the other thing that I got is, or I'm actually in the middle of purchasing, is a cell booster. And getting a booster because the signal inside, remember the RV is basically just a metal box.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a cell booster because I also have the 5G home internet from T-Mobile.
Yeah.
And that'll help with that as well. I do have the kit that I created last year with Starlink. That is the flagpole that I put on the back ladder, and then I can put the Starlink about 25 feet in the air. Works very well.
Nice.
Yeah.
The book from Dave Grohl is called The Storyteller, and the dude can tell some serious stories. And so listen, I am I will 100% admit that I've not really been a big Foo Fighters fan. I've never been a big Dave Grohl fan. I was just like, that's just the drummer from Nirvana, which actually he talks about in his book that has been the one thing that he just despises and doesn't want to be known as. He wants to do so much more. And I gained so much more respect for the man. And the dude can tell an epic story. I think I listened to that book. So I started it on the trip home from California. And then I believe I finished it within 2 days, despite how long it was, because I was just I had it on. I was outside hanging the access point outside under the patio, and then putting in a ceiling fan out there. And I ended up having to, I think I told the story on the show that they didn't actually put the box. They just ran the cable out, and I had to put in a box and mount everything. That whole work, and while I was driving to and from the stores, it was amazing. It was awesome. Not a big fan. And Adam Baum, you're 100% right. Like it seems like a chill dude you'd have a beer with, and I feel horrible that I used to just like I've just ragged on the dude and just didn't give him a fair shake. But no, and he's got some great stories. First Brett says, dude has epic stories to tell. Always comes across super down to earth. The things that he's done, the things just, and then I keep seeing these videos pop up and such of the cool things he's done. I also read or listened to Geddy Lee's bio, which is great. But man, the first couple of chapters, because he talks about his family, and I don't know Chad, if you've ever heard his story, his mom and grandmother are survivors of the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And they were, and his grandfather as well. And they were at some of the harshest internment camps or concentration camps.
Yeah.
Right.
Auschwitz, some of the others. It's really quite something to listen to that. And he talks about how, look, this is going to be hard. If you want to skip it. But this is who I am and why he does some of the things. He also talks about, I mean, it's amazing just how long he's had a relationship with Alex Lifeson. I mean, forever and ever and ever and ever. And then they go through, how hard it was when Neil Peart died. Neil Peart also has an amazing book that is out. I haven't done that one yet. That's on my list, which he did while he was motorcycling around. So after he lost his family in the two horrific cases, he lost his wife and daughter. And he was motorcycling all across North America on their tour, and he's written a biography on that. So that's super cool. So Chaos, does he narrate the audiobook? So Dave Grohl does, Geddy Lee does, and Andy Taylor does. The problem with Andy Taylor, he speaks so quickly. Sorry, not Andy Taylor, John Taylor, the bass player. Wrong Durrani. So John Taylor, he speaks so quickly, I actually had to slow the audiobook down because he's got the accent and he speaks so quickly, I had to slow it down. The one I'm reading right now is actually, I've completely just gone up because I'm on this whole musician, just because I like to understand and learn things, is Nile Rodgers of Chic, and AKA the Hitmaker, the number one hits. He's worked with Madonna. He worked with Duran Duran. He worked with Power Station. Obviously Chic, and all this stuff there. Donna Summer's album Donna, which is the iconic Donna Summer album, was the producer for that. So many artists. So many artists. He worked with Stevie Ray Vaughan, which was Stevie Ray Vaughan was actually who was it? David Bowie's album Let's Dance. Stevie Ray Vaughan played on that. Yeah. And he worked with Bowie. So fascinating story. I am midway through. I'm at just past the Madonna years. So just after he started working with Madonna. So yeah, I think there's another few hundred pages left to go on that. That one I'm reading. That one I have not found on audiobook. So yeah, so really cool. I love listening to these things, and I've been also doing the YouTube thing with various people who have produced in some of the most iconic studios or produced some of the more iconic records. I have been listening just in between meetings and such here just for noise. There's the engineer for Steely Dan for their two big records that are also known as some of the most sonically pleasing. They're used. There's actually a joke for most people who do front of house for concerts and stuff, no Steely Dan, because they kind of become reference for anytime you do PA tuning. Interestingly enough, now another record that's used iconically for that is Daft Punk. They use quite often for front of house tuning just to see if they sonically pleasing. But yeah, super fascinating. Super fascinating.
I just started a book, but I've had to restart it 3 times. 3 Body Problem.
Yeah.
And I want to read the book before I see the Netflix series. But I find it, because I haven't been able to put in the time to actually get into the story, I forget all the details at the beginning, and then I have to restart it again.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, where did the time go? We've got 2 minutes left to the show. Did we miss any segments of the show?
Just the naming segment.
Oh, the naming segment. So for those of you paying attention at home, you can use the exclamation mark word and give a name, which we use to pick 3 work-safe words for the show, and then we can vote for them over at patchandswitch.showbot.tv. Oh, by the way, Adam Bomb says, started the series this week, still no idea what's happening.
Yep.
So there you go.
The book is no different.
Okay, there you go. So we've got 10 gig air marshal, no oof notice, flight tips, go nuclear, dad jokes, secondary inspection, Broadcom, posting podcasts from the beach. That's Rick. No, Roomba Ruby, Boodum, bad solutions, go nuclear, nuclear.
Nuclear.
I think we have to go with air marshal, rack shaming, go nuclear. So go Gadget 360, Rick with his air marshalling, and then Rich Campbell with go nuclear. That will be the title of the show in a fortnight's time. I'm trying to think. Am I here? I believe
the boss back. I mean, my boss.
I think so. Yeah, no, I'm here April 9th. Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to California. I'm going to California next week for a day.
Okay.
Just a day.
Yep. I'm gonna hang out with another random IT guy. We're gonna have a couple of nice beers from Ballast Point, and may go back into Star Wars Land and hang out and see the new fireworks show. So it's interesting. Disneyland's doing fireworks, but now they've got a new thing. If you are back in Batu, Star Wars Land, they pipe in different music, and the show is synchronized to that music, despite the fact that if you're out on the main part of the park, you get a different presentation than what you get back in Star Wars Land. So, which is really cool. So, yeah, that's what.
Woof. I didn't touch anything.
So the band started playing, which means that it's time for the ending of another Patch and Switch program. And by the way, I need to go watch softball now. That's what I'm doing the rest of the weekend. Well, somebody's in Hawaii. Somebody else is being supportive. With that, we want to say thank you to everybody who has participated in chat. Good to see our good friend Adam Baum. 000. Hey, 10x better. I'm not sure if you knew that, but totally 10x better. Thanks to GoGo Gadget 360. Good friend, another Adam IT guy. Dave and Nicole from Crush Networks. Chaos 13x. Different than Chaos 14x. Totally different. Do not look up that account. Also, thanks to the fairest of Brits. Who else did we have that participated in the program today? Apparently, Rick did. Our good friend Rich Campbell. Be sure to catch him on his podcast, Run As Radio, .NET Rocks, and then that other one. We're not going to talk about that one. And then, of course, let's see. Who else did I miss? Anybody else? Fairest of Go Gadget. I'm Curious Mauve. Kowski, I see, was in the house. Ledwick. And, of course, the first one in chat today was the Shadiest of Pandas. So congratulations on that. Back in a fortnight's time. Hopefully this broadcast gets reposted sometime soon. Until then, have a weekend, everybody.
So since Rick left, you guys are going to come over and help me pack up the house in the RV, right?
Nope.
Nope. Did you cover the flight? Hey, I think I need